Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Andre and I'm your bookworm. And as you can see, this is a bit of a different setting. Instead of having the fixed tripod, I'm waving around here. But that's just because we're continuing the second part, or we're continuing the video. This is the second part of ranking characters of Wheel of Time with a rank tier list. So there's the one video already. You can check it out on the thumbnail. Just look through that one first, and then once you're done, this is the second part. I hope you're curious and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get it going. Aitralde is another one of the five generals. He plays an important role towards the end of the series, but aside from that, there's not really much to talk about him. Because of that, he's going to be towards the end, the D tier. I think I like him more than Ingtar, more than Kulidin for sure. Yeah, I'm going to put him there. Jer Grady is a person that helps Perrin towards the middle of the books. I can't remember if it's more towards the slog or further in. He doesn't really do much. I think he is, again, D tier. I mean, we do have to fill the D tier with a lot of people, so it's good that these characters are here and we can do that. I'm gonna probably put him below Itralde. Creed is another character, again, not a big role. They put a lot of characters with not that big of a role here. He is one of Tuan's bodyguards. He plays a role towards the end of the books. Again, not much. I'm probably going to put him below Ington. Yeah, that sounds about right. Lanfear, another one of the great Forsaken. She plays so many roles in the books, up to book 5, and then later on. So she is really good. I like her more than I like Sindane, as I said. I do not like her as much as Grandal. I think, yeah, that sounds about right. I can only put 4 more here. This is getting tight. Okay. Lan is a good character. He doesn't really have much of a development. His development is mostly towards the end, especially when Nynaeve is forcing him to change or forcing him to take an action, and I like that part. But for the rest of the series, he doesn't play much of a role except from very particular things where he says things that are very important, like that is light as a feather, duty as heavy as a mountain. Because of that, I'm gonna put him on B, probably top of B. Yeah. Now, Leanne is the keeper of the chronicles when we start the series, and eventually she gets deposed, and she still is a nice guy, even though she is stilled and then healed. She is funny towards when after she is deposed. I think she is probably on the B. I'm gonna put her. Ooh, I like her. Ooh, less than Albiarn. Yeah, I think this. Ooh, but Heslan had such a good ending. Yeah, I'm gonna put her below Heslan. Lewis Theron, the dragon, the original dragon. Him as a character, I don't think that he plays that big of a role as a character. I find it very sad, all his ramblings in Rand's head. I think once he finally reaches an agreement with Rand, it becomes very beautiful, but I think that is very linked with Rand's journey as well. So it's hard to distinguish these two people. I think Lewis Theron overall is good, but I'm gonna put it on the B. Ooh, this is getting very hard. Definitely more than Leanne. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here. I think that's all right. Leandrin is a very good character at the start, and then she kind of disappears more or less and doesn't show up much. But when she has a role, it's a very good one. I'm gonna put her was. I think I'm gonna put her on C, top of C. Logain is also a character that shows up a lot and has a very important role, a role that changes completely what I thought at the start from what he is at the end. And he has a big development, and ooh, I'm gonna put him top of D. Whoops. Top of D. Loyal is an Ogier that shows up throughout the whole series. He is one of the fan favorites. I mean, he is okay as a character. He doesn't really do much. I hate what they did to him in the TV show, but in regards to the books, he is okay. I don't really want to put him top because I don't think he is that great for me. He is definitely better than Fail, so I'm gonna put him here. Now, Matt is one of the 3 boys from Two Rivers. He is funny. He is also very chaotic energy. He would be Brad Summer 100%. And I think I will put him on the top of S tier. Yeah, I think, oh, no, I think I'll put him at the bottom of SS. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Mazrim Taim, another Ashaman that eventually got recruited into the Black Tower and then eventually turned into the dark side. He is okay. He plays a good role. I think he's better than Leandrin in the sense of what he represents and what he does. Is he better than Gawain? No, I don't think he is. Masana is a Forsaken that has been hiding in the White Tower for a long time. She plays a good role at creating those suspicions and all of that chaos in the White Tower, and also really closely related with Alviarin. But I don't think she's one of the best Forsaken. I think she is good, but she is probably below these two. Now, Min. Min is a character that I liked a lot on my first read. I didn't really like her that much in this read, but I could see the big role that she had, especially in connecting with Rand and making him more down to earth and realizing that he can be loved and that he doesn't need to just go head first into death and just thinking that he will just need to suffer for everyone. And that's a good role. I'm going to put her as an S, but she will probably be, oh no, she's definitely better than Elaine in my opinion, but below Elida. Moghedian is another one of the Forsaken. I love her at the start, the spider. I think she's very well represented in the TV show. I like how she's constantly whispering softly, softly in the shadows. I think in the books, she has, again, one of the very poetic endings or trajectories overall. When she is captured, she has to wear the Aedan and then eventually gets released, and all that happens around her is fascinating. I think she is very funny in the sense of how coward she is, but at the same time, how much power she wants. So I'm gonna put her, I like her definitely more than Loyal, more than Demon Dread. Yeah, I think this is my order for Forsaken. Now, Moiraine, one of my favorites. She is so good. I think Rosamund Pike represents her very well in the TV show, aside from what the writers do that isn't really following the books. But aside from that, amazing. Her ending in the book 5 was also so sad, and then when she comes back, it's so epic. So everything that is related to Moiraine is so everything. So I'm gonna put her on top of S tier. Oh, no, I think she deserves. Oh, yeah, she deserves to be. Oh, yeah, I think she deserves more than Matt, actually. Oh, no, more than Catherine. Actually, no, Matt is more than Catherine as well. There was a bit of a shift there. Margaze, the Queen of Endor, and eventually she just disappears to then show up with the White Tower and then to be a slave, not a slave, but just a worker for the Aiel. She is okay. I mean, she's definitely better than. Ooh, she's better than who though? Not that. I don't like her that much, but she does have a good role. I'm gonna put her probably here. Moradin, who is Ishamael reborn, and he represents a role towards the end of the books that is very important, especially when Rand has to battle him and swap bodies with him. So I think it's a good role. He doesn't really do much aside from that. I'm gonna put him D because I do like Ishamael more than Moradin. Is he better than Logain? Not really, not better than Len or Alviarin or Heslin. Better than Western? Oh, no, not really. Yeah, that's where I put him. Narishma is another Ashaman bound to an Aes Sedai. He's young and everyone wants him or thinks that he might be too young to be a warder, but he doesn't really do much aside from that. I'm gonna put him on D for sure. He's probably below Asmodean to me. Dedra Nile is a white cloak. He is involved in a lot of things at the start of the book, but aside from that, not that much. So I'm also gonna put him in D, and I'm gonna put him here. Noel or Jane Farstrider, is that the name? I think he is relevant towards the end again. Aside from that, not that much. I'm gonna put him above Narishma. Below. He had a good death though. Okay. this is getting close to finished. Okay, Nynaeve, one of the main ones from the Two Rivers. I love her as well. I think I'm very similar to her in some aspects, so I think that's why I connected so much with her, and I think she deserves to be SS tier, definitely. Probably more. I like her more than Moraine, but less than Egwene, of course. So that's probably it. I can only put one more in this slot. Okay. Oliver, the kid that Matt takes as a guardian. Don't really like him that much. He plays a very little role, doesn't matter. He's probably from here, I think. Ozengar, another one of the Forsaken that is reborn, plays a good role. Is it super relevant? More or less. I think he's gonna probably go on the C tier. Ooh, Modena Lutra. Yeah, Modena Alga. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him here for me. Padan Fane, a character that has an amazing role as a villain, but a very unsatisfying ending towards the end. I think he could have gotten a lot better as an ending. I'm gonna keep him. Where will I? I'm gonna keep him as B, but probably towards the end of B. Oh no, Modena Lana for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him here. Heron, another one of the Two Rivers, the main characters. He has a good trajectory. His struggle between owning the power that he can wield and being a blacksmith is an interesting one. I think there are trajectories very similar to his, for example, from Robin Hobb and the Assassin's trilogy, I think it's called. Oh no, it's not called like that, but you know what I mean. I think the trajectory of the main character Fitz is similar in some aspects, and I think it's better done than Perrin's. But I think Perrin is still a great character with a great role. So I'm gonna put him in S, but below, yeah, I think in the middle of S actually. Vara, an Aes Sedai from the Red Aja, she plays a role towards the end of the books as well, especially regarding the Black Tower and Master of Time, and also other people like Androl. So I think it's only poetic that she stays close to Androl, but really I do think that she's probably not that much better. I mean, she's better than Androl for sure, but not that big of a role. Ravin, another Forsaken, he plays a good role, and I think he has also a good role in the TV show. And actually in the TV show, he is a Portuguese actor, so go Portugal for him. That's all I can say about him. I mean, he played a good role, I think, but in the books, he's good. He is not that great aside from it. So I think he's better than no, not better than Masana, not better than Yanin. Yeah, I think he's probably there. Rand, my favorite boy from the Two Rivers. He has, I think, a very beautiful development, very tragic, how he almost descends into complete madness and just giving up in himself and in the world and just wants to die. And I think it's beautiful how he ascends and becomes Zan Rand. And towards the end, it's just, I think, really, really good. I liked it a lot. He is my second after Egwene, so this kind of closes my SS tier. I cannot put any more people here, but I can still put Ruark, an Aiel that is by Rand's side a lot of the time. He is good. He kind of plays a similar role as Lan, I feel, but just giving him the Aiel perspective on things. So I think I'm going to put him, I think he plays a bit less, is less powerful in terms of quotes. So I'm going to put him maybe, yeah, below these people. Jesus, I'm going to put him right below. Okay, here. I think this is fine here. Samael, another Forsaken that doesn't really impress me much. He is better than Aginor and Balthamel, but I think he is probably C tier. Where exactly? Below Masana, for sure. Below Morghese. He doesn't really do much. I'm going to put him below Ozengar, actually, yeah. Because Semirag, I think, is the opposite. I think Semirag showed up very little, but had super big impact. The way she was, how brutal she was, and how much she did. I think she's really good. She goes probably on my A tier. Ooh, whereabouts? I like her more than Moto. This top is very Forsaken heavy. So it's funny. Savannah. Savannah is a character that is lovely to hate. It's one of those characters that you just want to see when her ending comes and see how she will suffer when it does. And eventually it does, and it's fun to see. But aside from that, it's not really that great. I think she's better than a lot of these characters in terms of what they represent. Better than Robin, better than Janet. Yeah, I think she's here. Okay, so that also closes C. This is gonna be hard. As Haran is kind of a merge-roll that is controlled by the Dark One, is kind of his avatar. Doesn't really do much. It's definitely a D tier for me, and it's gonna go probably. He's scary, so I think I'm gonna put him. Oh, love nourishment. Yeah, here probably. Yeah, this is good. Swan, I love Swan. She is an amazing Aes Sedai when she was, but also an amazing Amerlin. And after that, when she becomes Egwene's advisor or teacher, she is also really good. I like her. I'm gonna put her on S tier, probably above above Perrin as well. Yeah, above Perrin. That's a good spot. Okay, sorry, Leah. She is brutal as a wise one, and I love it. I think she gave some very sad endings to some Aes Sedai, and I will put her in probably B tier, but I'm gonna put her above Alana. I think she's better than Alana. Slayer doesn't do much really. He shows up from time to time. He's important in the last book, but aside from that, he's probably, I would say, top of B tier. Talentful, a guy that loves Morghese. He is just pretty much that his role. He loves Morghese, he helps her throughout. Doesn't do much aside from that. I'm gonna put him below Asmodean. Yeah, below Asmodean, I think. Yeah. Alman is a funny character, but that aside from being funny, doesn't really have much to say or as a role. I mean, he is by Matt's side to help him in several aspects, but his role is not that big or that important. I like him for being funny, and that will raise him some tears, but I think he's probably above. Yeah, here is a good spot. Cam, which he is Brand's father, I think he is good as a character. He doesn't play a big role, but he is very important in determining points of the story, especially when Rand's role is going towards the madness and he is there to help him as a father, and it's a very emotional moment. So I think I'm gonna put him high up, probably A tier, but he's gonna go above Fail. Tom is a good character as well. I like him. Do I like him more than a lot of these characters in tier A? Definitely not. So I'm gonna change some things. I like him more. Ooh, do I like him more than Loyal though? No. Do I like him more than Tim? No. Do I like him more than Fail? Yes. Which means that Ishamael goes here for now. Okay, 2-1. 2-1 is okay. She is interesting in the sense that she gives us a different perspective from Egyanin of the Shanchan, especially when she's linked with Matt and their interactions and all of that. They're very funny. She's important towards the end. I would have loved to see a book that is set in the Shanchan land where she is one of the main characters. It would have been brilliant. It would have given me the trilogy of the Empire, which is written by Raymond D. Feist and another author that I cannot remember the name, but the books are Daughter of the Empire, Mistress of the Empire, something like that. Amazing series. You should definitely read it. Anyways, 2-1 will probably go on. Oh, I think she's top of B tier. Is she top of B tier? Oh, is she? Maybe she's bottom of A. Yeah, I think this is that. Which means this one also has to go up. Yeah, I think this looks a bit better. Tylin, she is the Queen of Altara. She died in a very sad moment and very impactful for Matt, even though I think there was a lot of conflict and not very good things to see between her and Matt, and it's very awkward and I don't really like the way it's written. I think it'll probably go on this spot, which means that Mesmer kind of has to go up, Logan has to kind of go up, and Lanfear has to go up. well, I'm basically just shifting everything up to fit these numbers. You know, not that great of a deal as well. I feel like he's probably on this tier, the bottom one, and I'm gonna put him above. Here. Here sounds about right. And Varen, who is also one of my favorite Aes Sedai, I think she has one of the best plot twists ever, and I was not expecting it the first time I read it. The second time I read it, I was so keen to read it and realize how well it had been done and how much of like for planning there was in the books throughout that you could see when it started, and you could see how everything came to that point where Varian says that she's from the Black Raja. So definitely top of S tier. I think she is here in all of this, which means that these are done. Here we have yep. So it means I have to shift a character from here and then from here, and this is our S tier. So let me just check. Yes, I love this top 6. It's very, it's very boring because a lot of people will probably have it very similarly, but I think not many people would put Cat Swain as top. And then we have this S tier, which has a lot of Forsaken towards the end, and this one also. I love the Forsaken. I think they have so many facets to them, and I think they really play big roles in the series. And then, of course, A, B, C, D tiers. There are just a lot of characters. Wheel of Time has so many characters, and I think this tier could have been reduced a bit. But anyways, this was really fun. Let me know. Show me your tiers. I want to discuss this. I bet you're going to be like, you're an idiot. Why would you put Cat Swain on an SS tier? But I kind of want to know what your opinions are. So comment down below. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like the content, and you shall be seeing me on Thursdays and Sundays, okay? See you soon.